Facing off for just the 6th time, Detroit plays host to Baltimore in Week 3. The Lions attempt to defeat the Ravens for just the 2nd time, right here on EA Sports.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw is Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his 4th season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's where you belong.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Trey Flowers able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. And also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrading, that was a priority. And the front office appears to have gotten it done. There's a sack right there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
Position keys to any game play, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
The right play.
That too.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's gone. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
Here's gone. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Justin Houston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. There's a give to Dobbins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They go play action with Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him, he said he didn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Like 17.
Goff now to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Lions Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble, to recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And there he went quite a ways just to catch that ball. He started out lined up out to the right, caught it on the left side of the field.
So what does that tell us? That there was tremendous protection on that play. Because that's not going to happen very fast to be able to cross all the way from one side of the field to the other. Great job by the offensive line, keeping him upright and plenty of time to find him downfield. And boy, they did it successfully.
So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time, you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And down to the 20. A big play there for Detroit. The offense has to run that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Goff. And that is incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Jackson out to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Henry Ruggs. As time expires in the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So we have reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Hey, check Mike 6. I got it.
Now Goff on first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
A gain of a yard makes it third and
Out of the gun, gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
a 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal.
Swift again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Gone. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Justin Madubuike able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Seibert on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So another good job defensively, because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over, and they got there to break that one up.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotionals.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
A gain of 9 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Shedding through the defense. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Dobbins trying the left side. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Sliding out of the pocket. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. From the gun, here's Gone.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Goff. This one swung out to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place and gets big yardage and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st down, Swift. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Right here, right here. Mike 17. Mike 17. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
I do have to admit I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this about the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Jackson now. Flush to his right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover.